Hi everybody, this is Val from Lightworkers Together. I hope you all are doing well and having a really wonderful day. I wanted to just hop on and do a short, quick message about love and forgiveness. And as many of you know, all of the messages that I put on the channel have to do with my own personal experiences or things that I have learned. So this really has more to do with my personal experiences, and we really cannot walk around in a place saying that we are in the energy of unconditional love if there's not forgiveness. And we're not healing ourselves either if there's not forgiveness. And forgiveness is not just for people or individuals, whatever, who we feel wronged us in some way. It's for ourselves as well, because 9 times out of 10, and we often don't realize this, you all, it's a very subconscious thing that we all hold ourselves to a very high standard. We do. We tend to blame ourselves pretty bad when things go wrong, regardless of what it happens to be, whether it happens to be, something in a relationship, whatever is going on in your life, something with your job, it can run the gamut, right? But we do, even if it's subconsciously, tend to blame ourselves. So part of forgiveness, part of that healing and moving on and really staying in that place of unconditional love and peace, which is what helps us to move forward and to have growth and expansion and helps with our ascension, and to be a light, right, in this world, and to be an example, is to walk the walk, walk the talk. It's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to do it. And sometime there was a message that I got this message. This is quite some time ago, a couple years ago maybe. And this was from my angels, and the message was, forgive the unforgivable. And a lot of people I know are in a place, you can tell if you are in a place where you are ready to release something, because when you're ready to, that forgiveness comes much easier than you would imagine. But when you are in a place where you are still holding on to hurt, to pain, to anger, rage, whatever those other emotions are, it's very hard to forgive. And I've noticed this, in myself, even in family members. It was something, I had a discussion with my daughter about something that, she really needs to heal with herself. And when we had the talk, I just kind of looked at her and I said, you're not ready to do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have to allow ourselves that space to heal it and to release it and forgive when we're ready to do it. That love comes in also as a self-love. It's for ourselves. Give yourself that love and that nurturing energy that you need so that you can heal something. It's very difficult, I know, when we're going through, the dark nights of the soul, and sometimes we go through more than one. And it can be pretty rough. But it is so important to allow ourselves the space and the time to heal the things that we need to heal. Because if we are moving forward thinking, that we've healed things and, wanting to be in that beautiful space of unconditional love and peace and everything, we really have to do the work, and we have to allow ourselves the time to be able to release and forgive things. So what I have learned myself is that, when you are at a place where you truly have healed something and you have let it go, you are able to forgive it completely. it doesn't hang over you in any way. You do not get triggered into, anger or pain or rage or any of those emotions any longer, because you have released it and you've healed it. We need to forgive ourselves for being hard on ourselves, for blaming ourselves often, when things go wrong, that sometimes they just go wrong. Sometimes there's situations where, we get into things where we're like, my eyes should have been wide open. I should have seen this. I shouldn't have put myself in this situation, blah, 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 whatever the situation may be. And unknowingly, you all, we tend to hold those things over our heads. And I've heard, it was so funny. I was at work the other day, and there were a lot of young ladies, around me, and they were kind of talking, and I don't really listen, but things filter through as you're working. And a lot of them were just really beating themselves up for, the choices they'd made, the decisions and things that kind of brought them things that were not good. And it occurred to me that that is something we need to stop. It's part of the healing process. We can get to that point where we can forgive whoever the other party was, right, in whatever situation. But if we don't forgive ourselves for, holding it over our head, or for beating ourselves up or blaming ourselves, if we don't forgive ourselves in that way and release that, then it's just a constant thing where there's a part of us that is always sort of being critical. And you cannot really be your best self if you're your own worst enemy. I think it was it Bruce Lee? It might have been Bruce Lee said, there was a quote, and I'm getting this all messed up, guys, but it said something roughly like, your spirit, your soul doesn't know the difference between when you're joking or when you're being authentic, when you're saying things. Our words, guys, have power. You know how it is if someone says something that's hurtful, it hurts you. Words have power. So even when we're joking about ourselves, and if you just say, oh, you dummy, this, that, blah, blah, whatever, you know what I mean? Even if you're just kind of half jokingly saying it, his point was your spirit, your internal self, your subconscious doesn't know the difference. Okay, so be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself for whatever way you've treated your own self, and let that go as well, because that's part of love and forgiveness, is forgiving others and forgiving ourselves, and just being in that beautiful place of unconditional love. So I just wanted to hop on real quick and share that with everybody. And I hope, your healing journeys are going well, that you are, doing what you need to for yourself. And like I said, allowing yourself the time, because I know oftentimes when we get on this path, for many of us, we are big time on the path of being light workers, and a lot of times people feel pressured, right, to just, I got to hurry up and I got to heal all these things. I got to release these things. I got to do all this. No, you don't. You honestly don't. You need to do what is right for you. You need to take the time that is right for you to do any of those things. It is crucial to heal those things for ourselves. It's for our growth. It's for our expansion. But more than that, we need to be understanding. We need to be as loving, you all, kind, compassionate, and understanding with ourselves as we are with others. Okay? And I know you all are like that. I can, I get it from your comments and just how you are in general. So, keep that beautiful, compassionate nature, and, kind of spread some of that around to yourself, while you're doing things. Just allow that forgiveness to flow to you as well, not just to others, because we do often overlook ourselves sometimes. It's easy to look on the outside at things, right? And the healing journey is all about internal. It's all us, and it's all inside. We are able to deal with others in a way that is loving and compassionate and peaceful when we've dealt with the stuff within ourselves. So that was just my little piece that I wanted to say and get out. And I wish you all, so much love and peace and unity. I hope everyone stays well and safe, and best of luck on your healing journeys. Please be kind to yourself. Okay? Take care, and I'll talk to y'all again soon. Bye-bye.